one of the justifications for deploying the military on American soil.
It's this modern day regular show.
Big Balls.
Bro, if the privilege, if we're not like, if the privilege is not there, I don't know what it is.
I don't know if you guys seen the other day. I wasn't really paying attention to all the shit that Trump's been doing because I'm sick of it. But I randomly seen that he started crashing on Washington D.C. and I was like, it didn't get brought to my attention until really yesterday, like the real extent to what was going on, because I kind of like just assumed DC is the capital, which I mean it is, but like you don't really think about the people who live there on the ground, especially if you don't know like the makeup of it. Getting right into the doom. So Trump has decided to like, you remember a while ago with LA how he like deployed the National Guard, deployed Marines and shit and whatever. And before, I remember people were having a conversation about it being a distraction from the other shit that he's doing. And you want to know what's funny? I just now thought about it. I don't like that framing. I don't like the framing of it being a distraction in and of itself, because it is, right? We know that the nigga has friends who are pedophiles, allegedly, and maybe one him damn self. So, of course, they're going to do a million things to distract from that, but you have to pay attention to what they do to distract from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's a distraction does not mean that this nigga doesn't still hate black people.
I think people with people like saying it's like distractions, I feel like it almost like dismisses like what's actually happening.
It's either dismisses it or it like lessens the severity of what.
Because it's like, it is a distraction from the fact that his Department of Justice has named that he's been listed in the Epstein files multiple times. But what are we now using? What is it okay in our political era to use as a distraction? Before, it was just deny, it didn't happen, it's a witch hunt, Now we're invading cities.
Yeah, mobilize the National Guard.
So
I was gonna say that was literally my take. Multiple times I've said the take on the Epstein. It's not that Epstein is not like we shouldn't care about that, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But also if we're utilizing it to say, like, for instance, there's people in the comments of like different posts, different stuff about the DC stuff happening right now. They're in the comments like, remember, or did he remember Epstein? Did he? Like, yes, but also, okay, now we're having...
Drop a bomb on the city. Wait, the Epstein bomb.
It's like, you can condemn the thing for being a distraction, and you can and should be focusing intently on what it is he's doing.
And he's attacking the homeless.
Like, you can't really be like...
How did this shit start? Because I feel like the first thing I saw was that one of the like former Doge employees got his ass beat. They're trying to carjack him or some shit.
Before we even get into anything, we need to set the stage like context wise, because you have to understand what is DC, what the racial makeup of DC is first before we even understand like how they're talking about it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking it up right now. I already looked it up in advance. In 2020. Based on that census and everything, DC's racial makeup was 41% black and 38% white.
So a huge block.
It's a plurality black, but that's the biggest block in the city or in the, I guess, district is black people. So when we go and we listen to how these people are talking, keep that in mind. That's not the only thing. There was data collected by the Office of the Deputy Mayor for Education, because I was looking at demographics on children, because we're going to talk about the nigga whose name is Big Balls, who was a Doge staffer.
Oh, yeah.
His name was Big Balls online. Big Balls. Mind you, we're living in this timeline.
Big Balls.
Fucking hell.
2025.
So I'm pretty sure he's in his 20. Was he 21 or some shit? He was a really young kid who was a staffer apparently in the federal government.
19.
Wait, he's 19.
He's 19?
He's younger than everyone on the jam, and he's...
Wait, what happened to him?
He was working in the Department of Government Efficiency, and he got like some 15-year-olds beat his ass. We'll talk about it. Yeah, some 15-year-old. His 19-year-old ass got his ass beat by some 15-year-olds.
I'm gonna let you.
And now we're crashing on a national scale because of it. So okay, so the biggest block in Washington D.C. is black people, right? And then I was looking because you seen Janine Pirro is the woman who they just put in charge. I don't even know what the fuck they put her in charge of, but she was a Fox News host, and she was.
It doesn't matter, no way.
Yeah. So they basically
put her in charge where?
They basically brought her into D.C. and was like, we have to really figure out this crime problem because there's a lot of young people who are committing crimes, and I can't arrest them if they're too young and right?
Oh, okay. And then that's when...
Just so we know, as of 2023, 51% of children in Washington, D.C. are black.
What are we
so
saying
let's be
here?
very careful about how
as?
we're talking about these people that are majority black people. That's not the last thing, because we started talking about homeless people. We'll get into that because that's how Trump pretty much started the crash out. If you look up the homeless population of Washington, D.C., about 87% of the homeless population of Washington, D.C. is black. That's almost 90%. So if we're talking about these young gangs of criminals who want to carjack people, these homeless people need to move the fuck out of the city because XYZ.
You remember a month ago?
We're talking about black people.
You remember a month ago when we were like, hey guys, we're next.
So it was Haitian migrants.
It was
the both sides of Charlottesville years ago. Then it was, let me hold a fucking Trump rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa in the middle of COVID and kill a nigga, because he did kill Herman Cain with that.
Nut.
Then it was, all right, cool, we're just gonna DEI, we're gonna get rid of, it was the plane crash, it was DEI,
Confederate leader statues,
let's put up
all of
Confederate statues. And now we're talking about let's heavily militarily police this majority black center.
And then
over crime that does not fucking exist.
And then I know we're gonna get there as well, but then he doubles down and hits multiple other like Democratic, but also like very
he's
high
other cities.
Yeah, very high like black contented cities, like Baltimore.
So how do we get here? So Trump pretty much just out of nowhere, like the other day, I think it was Sunday, goes on Truth Social. And he starts talking about how there's like a homelessness problem in DC. And he tweets out, the homeless have to move out immediately. The people who don't have houses.
The fuck are they gonna go?
The people who don't have houses need to move out.
Wait, they have to move out
the city immediately.
That makes sense.
Where the fuck are they gonna go, baby?
Move out.
The fucking
have nowhere to
utopia.
Utopia.
Can any of you tell me what the Republican policy on housing is?
Deportation.
Nigga, nothing. They don't have one, nigga.
So the post was illustrated. This is according to the Guardian.
Niggas don't have a goddamn. Y'all need to get the fuck out. We don't know where you gonna go.
Get the fuck out
But you can't stay here.
I don't remember if there was a time. I don't think there's been a
Bullshit,
time in any of our lifetime where the Republicans have even bothered proposing.
Nigga, I didn't know Republicans. I didn't know Republicans had.
I didn't even know there was a way.
I
During
know
the
the niggas had pen and paper. Nigga,
I didn't even know they knew what a house was.
You want to know? I
Like
think
during the debates and shit, like it popped up on the screen. Trump's housing
Concepts of a
plan.
plan.
concepts of
Deportation.
Yeah, no, I will say I think that the last time I was paying attention to a Republican housing plan was during like the 2020 era. I went really far Googling, and the best thing I could see was this thing called opportunity zones that they were trying out in Houston, which was gentrification. Basically, like
Opportunity zone.
Basically what it was. Yeah, they called them bitches opportunity zones. Basically what it was they would give like tax breaks and tax reliefs to like wealthy developers that would come in an area. Which means
make a Starbucks in that bitch.
Fucking what's a word that start with A? Fucking like airline apartments moves in and builds them bitches for $7 a month rent and then pushes all the niggas out of the city.
That's
an opportunity.
So dumb.
Here's your opportunity to get the fuck out the city.
You have an opportunity to live in these high-rise apartments. They're $9,000 fucking dollars.
That's not
$9K for
nigga, I work at
You're
KFC.
kicking people out.
So he's talking about
Great opportunity.
So he's talking about all the homeless people need to move out of places that they don't have homes in. The 87% black homeless need to move the fuck out of the city. And he started like trying to justify it, which I mean, it's better than he offers for most of the things he tweets out, except for his justification was he was driving in a this is all on Truth Social. He's driving in his motorcade past a golf course, like about a mile from DC. And he took 4 pictures
of tents.
Yeah, and this is according to the Guardian. They were all taken from the motorcade. It says 2 images showing a total of 10 tents that were pitched in the grass.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
So
The
nigga
nigga wants to kick out the majority of homeless people, which are black in DC because his scenery don't look nice?
Because he was driving in his $100 million
president
motorcade.
of the United.
Do y'all know what the motorcade is? No, when I was a kid, because I had watched, like, I had seen random note, but I had seen like presidential assassination stuff way too early when I was a kid. So I dove down a rabbit hole of like the beast.
They got three.
They
got
limos,
three motorcades.
Marine
one got a
Air
bomb.
Force. He said, like, in the event of a gas,
they got a transfusion inside the shit.
The motorcade is what he travels in, but it's not just like
this
nigga Trump is in one car, or it's not like oh, he's in one car and then it's just a whole bunch.
The motorcade,
no, these cars are like armored, bulletproof. There's like nigga, there would be snipers on the different
every route the president moves on in a motorcade is scoped out in advance, and they have all types of military weapons, all types of like defensive, offensive shit or whatever. They have decoy cars. They have 2 armored limos. That Cadillac you see the president driving, there's 2 of them bitches or 3 of them bitches.
They're like,
and you don't know which one that bitch is in.
Yeah,
and they're like missile proof.
Yeah,
right?
missile proof.
So we're talking about
they got like 3 SUVs with hella like SWAT niggas inside.
EMPs and shit.
We're
talking about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of equipment driving down the road every time the president has to go somewhere, and he took a picture of 10 tents and said we need to mobilize the National Guard to kick these niggas out.
If you think that a fat head named Jerry needs the fucking National Guard to get them out.
There was one person sleeping. That was another piece of evidence he took. This is on the president of the United States social media. He's posting pictures of why we need the military and the National Guard. One nigga sleeping.
That's what, bro, hold on. Let's put it on paper. The president of the United States, the president of the fucking country.
We're not even gonna get into him because we're gonna talk about the crazy part about having this conversation.
Wait, okay, all right.
The president of the country just went on his motorcade and is like, we have a homelessness issue. This nigga took pictures of the homeless people.
I'm sorry.
Imagine if Obama is rolling down DC and took pictures of the tents of the homeless people.
Barack Obama.
And then deploy the national.
Fuck Barack Obama. If Logan Paul did this would be a national scandal.
Like,
and
what are we talking about?
If Logan Paul pulled out his fucking G-Wagon and was taking pictures of the homeless
There's a problem
outside,
in LA, man.
I'd expect him to be ran off the internet. This is the leader of the free world who has the answers and the keys to pull something together.
That's what I'm saying. Well, okay, so in those posts, right? Was it a later statement or was those posts where he was like, okay, we need the National Guard?
No. So basically,
that nigga was driving.
So basically, he used that. He used that as a justification for why we need the National Guard and why we need to kick these people out. He also took a picture of a small amount of litter on the road to on the way to his golf course.
That's what this. Oh,
I think he was coming back from his golf course on the way back to the White House, about a mile out, and he took a picture of that on the sidewalk. You want to know what that is? The E-way in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
You want to know what that is? Every major highway in the United States.
You know what the fuck New York looks like?
You want to know what that is? That's like. And I love your moms, but that's like your mom going into your room, see one sock on the floor. This dirty ass room, clean this shit up.
Nobody can come in this house until you clean this room that no one was going to enter in the first place.
Only difference is
fucking friends.
Your mom's not going to call the fuking National Guard.
Only difference is my mom's force is yelling at me, not the military.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Insane.
The president of the United States has taken these pictures of this majority black area to justify sending the military to disturb these niggas, right?
Mind you, these niggas are homeless.
Yes, mind you.
This nigga's a billionaire.
Yes. The other thing that they've been saying is that this nigga named Big Balls.
I'm not calling that nigga Big Balls.
This nigga named Big Balls, bro.
Who's
Big 19 years old and was working in Doge back when that was a thing. Apparently, allegedly, and they found.
No, it wasn't allegedly. They got his ass beat.
Not allegedly. There's actually pictures of him sitting bloodied.
Nigga was sitting on the ground like these.
No shirt on, bloodied.
Bloody.
So basically,
they beat the dog. They not.
Call that nigga Lil Ball, nigga.
So basically, what apparently the story is, right? And as a result of this is also one of the reasons why we need 800 plus federal troops in the DC. Was that a nigga who's a 19-year-old staffer apparently got carjacked like a few weeks ago, and they named. I don't know what type of car it was. To be honest with you,
Big Balls. Let's keep it
a little Mini Cooper. Fuck it.
But yeah. So basically, what happened is So the police released these pictures. They said so far they've named a 15-year-old male and a 15-year-old suspect as
he got his ass beat by a 15-year-old.
A 50-year-old female and a 15-year-old male as suspects. Yeah. So
I don't condone violence.
all right.
We don't condone
But
violence.
big balls. They ripped your shirt off and took your car, nigga. Get it back.
Get it back in fucking blood, nigga.
Get it
You're
back in blood,
bullshitting.
big balls.
Or at least get it back in legislation, nigga. You're done for, nigga.
There are members of the United States federal government who got their ass beat by 15-year-olds.
What's his name?
Got his shirt ripped off.
There's a nigga named Big Balls in the federal government.
Nigga named Big Balls.
Grab that nigga by his neck.
Bitches. Yanking it. They took his fucking
We've
shirt
reached
off.
the timeline where one of the justifications for deploying the military on American soil
It's just
is
modern
the
day
white
regular
nigga
show.
named Big Balls.
Bro,
getting
if
his
the
ass
privilege, if we're not, like, if the privilege is not there, I don't know what
I
it
can
is.
name you 9 niggas right now who got their ass beat in grade school. And we didn't have a military.
I know what that
conflict.
nigga. Where was my military?
Where was my
fifth
national
grade,
guard?
nigga? I got pushed
jumped.
off. You
Where
got
was-
jumped. I got pushed off the bike by them big niggas.
Where the fuck is
Where
my
was
Navy
my
SEALs Team
military,
6
nigga?
at, nigga?
Exactly.
They should have had Fantastic Four on my shit, nigga. Help me, nigga.
Galactus, where you at?
I was frying niggas. Exactly. Where was Galactus, nigga?
This nigga.
Where was the United States Marine Corps when I called a nigga 6 milks, bro? Like, fuck. What are we doing?
That nigga
19-year-old.
terrorized that nigga for
Bro,
years. Somebody put J. William
15-year-old.
J in prison.
Like, what the fuck?
You gotta
So-
like paint the image,
so-
bro. 2 15-year-olds dragged this nigga out his car. Your name Big Balls, nigga. Come
No,
here.
and it's the crazy thing. His voice they voice not even that deep. So you in your ass.
Big Balls, nigga, come here.
You a nigga named Big Balls getting
In your
beat by
ass beat.
prepubescent children.
You
Your
are an
fuck,
ass
the United States Eagle is in hell.
You gotta really think about it. 19 years old getting your shit tarnished.
So,
nigga.
so this was August 5th, right? That shit had happened.
You can't go outside.
So this is
Imagine going to date in Washington,
Imagine, I'm so sorry, dude. Imagine you with your future wife and you like, bro, I got this traumatic shit. I got my ass beat. Yeah? They was 15. Leave them.
Leave him.
Leave him.
Nigga, your children are going to look on the internet when they're older
sorry,
and
bro.
see their dad got his ass beat at 19 by 2 15-year-olds.
in
they
a
found out
Western civilization that
Jesus
you're trying
Christ,
to keep
bro.
so white and right is getting beat the fuck up by 15-year-olds of any race.
But you know what?
Your shit.
Dana
that's
White.
That's not a let's defend the people situation. That's your.
That's
I'ma
a
keep it
nigga,
up.
take a defense class.
I'm sorry, that's not happening.
Defend yourself.
You dropped the jam in Washington D.C. We're
But
not
I
getting
don't-
carjacked
bro.
by 15.
I don't blame. If I'm getting my
sorry,
ass beat
dog.
by 15-year-olds, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna ethically cleanse y'all niggas.
Yeah, I'm a crash.
I'm gonna cleanse y'all niggas.
So
No,
that
I'm gonna
explains
cleanse
why
y'all.
Benny Johnson had the response that he had.
Yeah.
What was the
Because that's
response?
actually
What
what
the fuck was the response?
before we get into that response. The other thing, they've been trying to throw everything at the wall and what sticks. So now we've seen Big Balls got his ass beat, so we need the National Guard. We seen there was litter on the road, so we need National Guard.
Bang out.
We seen one nigga was sleeping somewhere, so we need National Guard.
out.
We seen I can't get past my fucking expensive golf trip visit without seeing a tent in Washington D.C. We need the National Guard.
Bang out.
Instead of putting some legislation to
Then we said
not even good.
the crime is the highest it's ever been, and that's why Big Balls succumbed to this violent assault.
False.
And then Cash Patel, who's your FBI director,
You
said,
appointed
After
him.
that, no, Big Boss succumbs to that because he's a pussy.
Do we
That's
have
what
the
happened.
clip of Cash
A big
Patel
pussy.
Yeah, what
saying
did
that
Cash-
Washington, D.C. is at a 30-year low?
30-year
crime?
low.
Right after Trump came out and said there's violent scourges that's killing Big Balls.
And gangs and thugs. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Here, oh, Jesus Christ. Why does Trump always look disappointed in him? Go back.
Our children, and the murder rates are plummeting. We are now able to report that the murder rate is on track to be the lowest in U.S. history, in modern recorded U.S. history, thanks to this team behind me and President Trump's priorities.
Thanks to this team behind me and President Trump's priorities, that immediately shifted to the increasing crime number.
Big Balls got his ass beat. crime up 1,500%. Fuck
So,
out of here, bro.
Nigga, the ops is up 15 on big ball.
Yeah.
Stop bullshitting. That's really what it is, nigga. Hit it back in
Nigga,
fucking
spin
blood.
the
Put that
fucking block,
shiesty on,
nigga.
nigga. Fuck wrong
The
with
most
you.
pussy shit I've heard in recent history.
That's
We gotta waste taxpayer dollars deploying the National Guard because some 19-year-old nigga got his ass.
No. That's really some like white privilege shit.
Yeah, mind you, there was outrage. The Supreme Court had to hand down a second fucking decision after Brown v. Board because of the concept of letting a nigga in a school. And now we're deploying the National Guard.
National Guard, because one nigga got his ass kicked.
We were talking about this shit. Where the fuck is the line when it comes to calling these niggas, bro? You're calling the National Guard for homeless.
Well, there is no line.
There is
and
no
what
line.
what we're doing right now is what the administration is doing right now is we're testing the boundaries. We're seeing how far we can go, and we're seeing how long people sit there and bullshit.
And we're seeing
with these
like
niggas like they're not doing it in front of us.
And we're seeing how little like the truth actually matters nowadays. Because so they're also saying they're saying crimes at an all-time high, all type of shit, right? So let's go over like the real on the ground, right? Because that's their narrative why we have to send in the National Guard, and let's go over the real. So I was digging through some of the crime numbers, and the conversation is actually like pretty nuanced and pretty like cool, and I'll bring it back to why that's so important at the end. So first I was watching I went to found like some I'd seen someone on Substack. His name is, let me give him credit. His name is Jeff Asher, and he has like an entire in-depth breakdown into the crime statistics, because pretty much the discrepancy has been in 2023, crime in DC went up and then it went back down. But an issue in how they're reporting it means that it might not be going down as fast. There's still overwhelming evidence that the crime rate is going down and has been at like lower levels, especially than the 90s when crime was super high. And that's following the same trend in cities all across the country, is that the crime is going down.
I wonder why the crime was higher in the 90s, 80s, 90s.
Well, Ronald Reagan.
Talk about that shit.
So, murders in D.C. peaked in 2023, began falling in 2024, and have steadily been falling through July 2025. There were 96 murders through July 2025 in D.C., down 11% relative to the same time frame in 2024, down 34% relative to the first 7 months of 2023, and exactly the same number as reported through July 2019. So regardless of what the fuck Big Balls went through...
I can't call that.
This is regardless of whether or not, and that's not to say that people who's suffering as products or are victims of crime are not actually suffering as victims of those crimes. But when we're gauging what you can do to respond to that crime,
The National
you
Guard.
need to have some crazy ass justification to be deploying the National Guard.
Yeah.
And
you don't have it.
You don't.
Nope.
there's so many solutions and alternatives that you can act like. If y'all were actually for real on this crime shit, there's so many alternatives you can do to like implement, like, hey, like let's change some shit instead of like, kicking them out.
Oh,
When
because
that
they're
move-
not serious.
They're not
They're
serious.
never
Bro.
serious.
They want to fix
Not.
homelessness, but don't want to pass anything to fix
It's,
That's why
bro,
it's a
They don't-
But the
bullshit.
thing is, it's not even about fixing homelessness. It's fully about converting DC to what we imagine, or whatever, what they imagine, I guess, is a clean,
It's
all
not, yeah.
white.
It's not about fixing homelessness.
They don't give a fuck
which is funny
about
because you're not going to win that because there's already majority niggas in that city. But they don't care about fixing homelessness. They just care about getting rid of the homelessness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is no fix. If they could deport them, if they could kill them, if they could arrest them and throw them all in jail, they'd do anything because they haven't had a serious proposal. Because if you want to solve homelessness, you'd be talking about upping minimum wage. You'd be talking about free housing being built, public housing being available that's actually good quality and making good use of resources.
Yeah.
You'd
Or
be
the
talking
crime,
about
like-
properly funding mental health care shelters and like getting drug treatment and all types of shit. No, we're not doing that. They
all
never
those
do that.
alternatives.
All that is we can't afford that because we have to give more money to billionaires this time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go down. Basically, yeah, they broke down the discrepancy in the numbers right now from what the police in DC are reporting and what like the FBI crime statistics are saying. It's probably coming from how they're categorizing aggravated assault as opposed to assault with a deadly weapon. If depending on the language you use, assault with a deadly weapon has more instances than aggravated assault. Even though all of it is still going down, it's going down at probably just a lesser rate. Like, it's hard to know exactly, and it's hard to know the complete picture of crime numbers because it's crime numbers. You don't really have data on exactly how many crimes were committed or who was committing a crime because we have arrest data. And so that's up to discretion of the police officer. It doesn't actually mean that they committed a crime yet. So knowing all this, right, we still have the overwhelming amount of data suggesting that crime is going down. And even if it was, it would need to be like above the 90s plus for you to justify deploying the military. None of that matters, though. Because what are we talking about? The president of the United States has multiple felony convictions. The president of the United States pardoned 1,500 people who invaded the Capitol in Washington, D.C., after a legal process happened at the direct instruction of the president.
You know what?
Why do we care about crime now all of a sudden?
All of a sudden, you're quote unquote the same niggas you talking about, you trying to get rid of.
You know what? How do I word this? It's like the world that I would imagine if I were a leader of a country. I'd probably be an authoritarian.
You think? Why?
Because on Jesus, let's just say.
Let's hear.
Okay, let's not put
step
any.
in.
No. Let's step into
no judgment.
Step in what you should.
So, hypothetical world, Jim Bob becomes president, right? He does all this bullshit to the world. He don't give a fuck about nobody. He's just running over, sending troops this way, running over like fucking pedestrians and shit. Like don't really give a fuck how like this administration is doing right now, right? 4 years pass, I get in office. Every single last one of them's getting arrested. Every single last one of them will pay for what they've done, bro. And it's like the shit that pisses me off is that I feel as if everybody's just looking at these niggas. Hey, you can't do that. And then just
okay.
It's so you see.
No. I feel like, and I feel like what you're saying though, could speak to a lot of people that don't feel as politically inclined as other people, right? I be feeling that same thing too sometimes. Sometimes, bro, I'm like, okay, certain shit got to answer. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Woo. And then sometimes I'm like, okay. This nigga is mobilizing the National Guard to take homeless people.
And everybody,
why are
like,
we still sitting here like,
that
nigga can't do that?
No, I think that
do something. I think right
now, one of the only things one of the only things it seems like is going to be a response in whatever time period comes after this is just, I guess, niggas have to tie up people in endless legal battles. They should be arrested and held accountable for like the crimes that they committed. But the current Trump administration, their strategy is, if we want something we'll just tie you up in court over it. So like, what if we just get these niggas and tie them up in court over it?
Tie these niggas.
Public square.
There has to be something, because this shit is actually like insane. I was gonna bring up Benny Johnson because now we're saying, right, based on misrepresented and made up crime statistics, whose solution is not the National Guard, because the National Guard are not the police, whose solution still isn't even more police, because if you want to solve homelessness and all types of shit, that's a societal like approach you have to take, doing many of the other things that I listed. So our approach is already off. Now we're lying about like a crime wave, and we're cherry picking examples of white people being injured by these ravenous black people.
That's literally all that's framing.
And then Benny Johnson, popular social media
MAGA influencer,
an idiot, got invited to the press room, got asked a question, and this is after, or I'm pretty sure before, he ended up saying...
Press room of where?
White House.
The White House?
The White House,
So
yes. He got invited to the White House, yes. He's like officially co-signed by this administration. And this is what he just said on his show. This is my theory, because I don't know exactly when he said these words. If he said these words after everything that's been going on in DC, then that's very illustrative of what we're doing. If he said these words before that, that means he said it before and they still invited him to the White House in the midst of what's happening in DC. So either way, this is an officially co-signed narrative from the President of the United States.
In the White House.
And the White House. Let's go.
Then Washington, D.C. must be swept clean. I believe entire neighborhoods probably need to be emptied, need to be bulldozed. I believe that there are places that are so crime-ridden and so infested that you just need to, like, you're just going to have to crack down. You're going to have to do the job, and you're going to have to get the crime out of Washington.
How?
That's my personal experience. Don't believe the bullshit that you hear online. What happened to D.C., especially during the civil rights period, was that protesters that were bussed up here stayed here. The city was burned to the ground. This happened during massive riots throughout the 60s and 70s. Mass swaths of the city were torched and were never really rebuilt. It is one of the worst, most racist narco states and welfare states imaginable. In that neighborhood that I would walk every single day, racial epithets were screamed at us. Rocks were thrown at us because we were white people. This city is a sunken place. It is an unsafe place. I mean, if that's what happens to me, imagine what happens to somebody who's like visiting here from a foreign country. Right? It's totally unsafe and a scar on the face of our country. And it must be healed.
Okay,
and President Trump is going about
we can
work.
shut his ass up now.
Shorty,
say what you want to say.
Is Benny Johnson like a Hebrew slave or something?
Yeah.
Like, how did this nigga suffer? How did this nigga Benny Johnson suffer all of
Are
the...
you Ruby Bridges? That's
No.
exactly
Is he like Martin? Is he like... What is happening?
Reincarnated fucking Martin.
How did he possibly suffer? He, in the same breath as him saying, don't believe the bullshit you hear on the internet, just told us about how he suffered all of the atrocities that are present in Washington, D.C. When they asked him... In the press room, remember he was talking about how, I seen someone get robbed at gunpoint. I seen mass shootings.
He said he saw everything.
You saw a mass shooting
about him getting rocks thrown at him.
Here's what he said earlier.
As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill. I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my Ring camera and mass shootings. I witnessed a woman on my block get held up at gunpoint for $20, and my house was set ablaze in an arson with my infant child inside. And so to any reporter that says and lies that DC is a safe place to live and work, let me just say this. Thank you.
Okay, so Benny Johnson suffered 6 different things in Washington, D.C. that I'm pretty sure would be classified as felonies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's probably in court a lot, huh?
Is he being deposed currently?
We got subpoenas
Did he
on that
provide
nigga?
a witness? We got court documents that him providing a witness. You've seen mass shootings and murders on the Ring.
And it was that dangerous.
House set on fire.
Your house on fire.
You were there for
with the baby?
15 years?
You didn't move?
You didn't move after the first one?
On top of that, he was on Selma getting rocks thrown at him, apparently.
Apparently he a slave. Nigga, what?
Apparently he a civil rights protester. Since the 60s and 70s, they got the rocks and they was throwing it at Benny Johnson.
And that nigga said he was with Gandhi, too. I heard that, too.
And then he said that he had to sit in on Capitol Hill and they was spraying him down with the hose. And that's why we...
Then he said he was holding the sign.
Then he said, do not work where you will not be...
JJ,
fuck outta here.
JJ, what classifies as a mass shooting?
I'm pretty sure it's like a shooting of 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
like 3 or 4.
You saw 5 niggas get marked outside your Ring doorbell. And you stayed
kept
there.
your infant ass baby there, nigga.
Kept your infant ass baby there and kept living there. Still living there.
Still living there.
At this point, he liked that shit.
We have to...
So...
Because nobody in their right mind goes through
Bullshitting.
So...
Bullshitting.
Apparently, all of this is happening on the ground in D.C. It's one of the most racist narco welfare. It's a majority black city, guys.
Just say it.
Let's not forget what he said in the first one. He said, this is a scar on America.
You know what I feel like, bitch ass nigga? You know what I feel like, bro? Please, just say it. We're waiting for you to say it. You know why, bro? Because I feel like if you say it outright, then and of course you still gonna have your people that doubt it, that say what they want to say, that, you know what I'm saying, create whatever mental gymnastics. Yeah, they're gonna create whatever mental gymnastics they need to. But say it so us as people of color and marginalized groups, say it so everybody can hear it clearly.
Yeah.
So we know how to move and react. Because some of y'all niggas, not y'all, but some niggas, bro, be acting like these niggas aren't saying what the fuck they're saying in front of us, my nigga. Bro. You're bullshitting.
In your face.
If you're a person, you're sitting at home and you're wondering, well, what do I do? What is it? This is the time where first of all, everybody need to go to the gun range and learn how to shoot one. That's what you really need to fucking learn how to do. Yeah. I'm keeping it a busy bean. Yeah. Because this is a time that is pivotal in all of this. And if you're too busy bullshitting or turning your fucking ears off at a time where these niggas are blatantly in front of y'all niggas saying straight up, we want to cleanse these communities out of black people and out of the people that have been living here because I'm my baby house and all types of other bullshit. If this is a time where you're not, it's like every alarm bell is not ringing off for you, there's a fucking issue there.
And then on top
what are we doing? We're bullshitting.
Going back to the distraction.
Don't call your representative. Don't call none of these niggas. No. It's time to get in the field. It's time to get in the street. It's time to get the license. It's time to get on niggas' asses. It's time to primary niggas. It's that type of, no, ain't no bullshitting.
Yeah. Y'all niggas need to stop the distraction narrative, bro. The real distraction is the fact that he just sat up here and told all those lies about. That's the real.
Like niggas worried about. I'm sorry. Niggas worried about these pedophiles. Niggas is not dropping that shit.
There's 85 different distractions each time.
Yes.
So saying that one thing is a distraction is kind of dishonest. That they're distracting from how we're supposed to be having conversations about crime and homelessness. They're distracting from how we're supposed to accurately handle situations, especially in black and brown communities, and what specific resources are needed. We're distracting from that by saying we're going to throw police at the problem because there's a violent scourge across the country. And we're using that violent scourge to distract from the fact that, I'm also trying to be an authoritarian and not CS.
And you know what
taking
that does?
The police under the control, the police that I just said should be doing whatever and I want to give immunity to, and policing black communities.
He literally just said we're Chicago, Baltimore, and they want to control the police force in Chicago.
And you said something. What that does is, like what Matt was saying, with someone who's not really politically inclined, that makes you shut down in a sense, because then it's like you don't think there's a solution to this shit.
Right. Yeah.
At all. The simple thing is, no, you need to get them the fuck out of here. When that's not the case at all.
What is dropping the list going to do at this point?
What?
Not a goddamn
You will
thing.
still go
As
to
if we don't know
Market,
these niggas is fucking kids.
I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say, if you are a Republican, a Trump supporter, and at this point you are still supporting him after the Epstein shit, before the list even comes out, nothing at this point is going to change.
Like, no, it's not.
Because I would think
You're not gonna have that eureka moment.
I would think that the drastic, unconstitutional overreach of like federal authority on multiple occasions for niggas who swear the government is so oppressive and they don't want the government to be big would be enough already.
I thought January 6th was enough. Like I'm still sitting here on that, nigga.
I thought that
niggas died that day.
I thought niggas made it their whole personalities.
You want to talk about the fucking crime in DC? Niggas was running in that bitch. Smoking niggas.
Not caring.
Not shit was that niggas didn't say shit about none of that shit.
And
they thought, it was just a peaceful
You
protest.
pardon niggas.
You pardon the niggas.
Get the fuck out of here.
You pardon the niggas, and also if you talk to them, you can give 85 ways to Sunday why the trial was a witch hunt.
Yeah.
The process is
They
all
were just
broken.
walking in
It's
like
foot
it was a
backward.
fucking field
All
trip.
the shit with Eugene Carroll,
Yes,
him getting
like,
held live
stop
for
it.
sexual abuse. All things
The
that
money
Trump
raised.
all things that Trump has been through legally are backwards, right? But let me send in 800 National Guard troops who are not disciplined in police interaction or the law to come apprehend people who are not committing crimes, because I think there's a violent crime surge.
Where are they going to
Wait,
go?
if there was a violent crime surge. The presidency went from a 0% felony rate to a 100% felony rate overnight. Where is the consistency? You niggas don't care.
You don't.
If you cared, you wouldn't be talking about sending in National Guard to deal with higher than average crime numbers, even if they were higher than average. No one has ever dealt with crime that way.
And to your point of the distraction shit, right? Literally, Cash Patel, whatever the fuck his name is, said, "Oh yeah, Crime is low.
They're contradicting themselves because they want to find a
What are we
reason to
talking-
throw the cops at niggas.
The entire administration.
I'm sorry, if you are a black conservative or Republican or Trump supporter, this is irredeemable for you.
Realistically, as people, if you have people around you that don't know who to vote for, that don't vote at all, that don't fuck with politics, etc., these are the conversations you need to be having. Not fucking Epstein. I'm sorry.
No.
Don't talk to these niggas about Epstein. I'm so I don't think that's gonna bring out the voter tolls because these niggas, most of the people that are there are a lot of.
I think that the only usefulness in Epstein now is to just assert what the case is.
Yeah, to say exactly what it is.
There's not any results we're waiting on. The nigga has 100 gigs of Epstein talking about how that was my best friend.
Like,
we've known the same.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
If you're not with it right now, I don't think that you finding out that, oh, bro, was actually a pedophile on top of him being racist is gonna do you. Like,
the next point, bro,
that?
is utilizing these situations that we're seeing right now, these overtly racist situations, and telling these people, telling your homies, telling the people that don't vote, and starting to change the narrative through that, because that's something that people could stomach. A lot more people can stomach that than a lot of the other shit. Yeah. And then that's where you have the people start to pose and ask questions about, well, JJ, how do they fix crime? And then you could answer those questions. I don't know how to fix the pedophile issue because they're all pedophiles. Yeah. Like I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
To the Community Partnership, which works to prevent homelessness in Washington, D.C., on any given night, there are about 800 unsheltered persons sleeping outdoors in the city of about 700,000 people. A further 3,200 people use emergency shelters in Washington, and 1,000 people are in traditional housing facilities. So in a city of 700,000 people, 800 being homeless.
Our president's worth $5.2 billion.
That's enough
that nigga's network has doubled.
That's enough to bring the National Guard. 800 people.
The way the Saudis and these niggas been giving him sweetheart deals since he was president the first time. He could have
trashed that bitch and gave 800 people like 300,000.
You could have trashed that plane from Qatar.
You can solve the issue your fucking self.
Yes, you have the wealth to solve our president, who's riding around in his motorcade, has the wealth in it of himself.
They know
to
what
solve
it is.
The 800 person.
You're making bread. These niggas are making bread off of what they've always done, putting niggas in jail. Yep. That's what it is. These niggas are making bread over it.
The party of mass incarceration is trying to mass incarcerate niggas again.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Joe Biden crime bill, guys. Joe Biden crime bill. We can never support the... They're sending the National Guard to deal with homeless people that are 80% black.
No,
nigga said,
what does it sound like?
Sorry,
we have to take.
What does it sound like?
What does it sound
Stop acting like this is some new shit, Mike.
We have to bulldoze communities. Over 800 homeless people and a maybe slightly higher than average rate of decrease in violent crime. We have to bulldoze communities. Do you hear these niggas?
Children, women and children in these communities, bulldoze them.
Stop.
Done.
I'm sorry.
We're
not in the timeline where niggas get to play nice with you.
We're not in the handshaking timeline. Go fuck yourself.
Stop making your own narratives. Take this shit at face value.
Yeah, bro.
Because
the same way y'all niggas take the other shit at face value.
Because what you do when you engage and you stoop to that level and you try to act as though there's a real life conversation that be had when these niggas are lying to you about crime statistics is that you accept their propaganda and you play on their field.
Exactly.
If you're having a serious discussion about fixing crime in Washington, D.C., if you're saying National Guard, there's a scourge, violent crime is everywhere, you're not here. Because the criminologists, the people on the ground working with the people in the community, the people who's dedicated decades of time to studying crime and how
their entire fucking lives,
they're not saying that.
Also, the nigga
so you need to take it up with them, and the moment that becomes a credible position, then we can start having a conversation about what the use of the National Guard is. But it will never be that way because it never has been that way. They don't care about that, so they distract, remove the facts from the conversation, then they can just say whatever. We're supposed to act like they're serious.
Yep. That's why I never understand why people say they're not into politics, because it's because like one day you'll just be roaming around.
No, if you're not into politics, politics will be into you.
Yeah, literally.
That's how it goes.
You'll be walking around and then go to a store No blacks allowed. Wait a minute. Why is this,
I already.
why is this here?
Wait a minute.
Why is this here?
I already seen videos of.
I guess I'll just go back home.
I seen videos of big groups. I seen videos of big groups of DC police already walking around like monitoring people at their houses.
Yeah,
it was
I think it
was
was
a
in,
black
right?
person who was on their front porch. They're like, "Yeah, y'all getting into any trouble?" He's like, "Nah, I live here, sitting on the porch, just like recording." That's what you're doing. You're creating more and more likelihood of someone. This is, bar none, the worst and most overt attack on niggas that he's done in either of his presidencies.
This is it.
This is ridiculous.
This is it.
Like,
This is
the ripple
directly.
effect on this
This
like
is not
bad.
Haitians. This is not. Make me start up a
Black
conspiracy theory. This
Americans.
is not. We don't know. This is black Americans. This is niggas. This is heyday of the civil rights movement. This is MLK march down there to get home rule for DC residents so that they could at least have some semblance of representation and elect their own city council in a majority black area.
Majority black area.
This is that we're talking about.
Over with.
And we're talking about bulldozing communities, Benny Johnson, okayed by the Trump administration. So okayed that I'm going to ask him the first question, have him dick suck me live on air. That's what we're talking about. That's the timeline we're in. Stop. Stop it. So,
let's.
The eyes we should not forget about the fact that the alleged, almost confirmed fact that he's a pedophile. We should not forget about the fact that these motherfuckers spent a decade crying about the Epstein list and now they're defending the Epstein list. Yeah, that's evident from a party that proved it had no backbone 50 years ago. Shit.
God damn, bro. Like, I be really wondering, bro, if I'm the only nigga who like gained consciousness or some shit. Like, I'm not
There's a
understanding.
subset of people in this country, and we are in that group of people that are becoming more and more like conscious to the things that are awake. Yes, I think we're on the side of the Epstein list should be dropped, and niggas who should go to jail should go to jail.
Of course.
That includes, regardless of political
I
affiliation.
feel like
Yes.
there's a lot of people
But-
that are like suffering in silence. Like their brain can't comprehend what the fuck is going on because
Yeah.
number one, Trump didn't
There's a million
do
things
whatever
happening at the
fuck you
same
want.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trump didn't do whatever you asked him to do. And now it's a whole bunch of bullshit going on that you don't agree with, but you can't say you don't agree with it
This is why
because
we
the
vote
niggas
in
that fuck
elections,
with you
guys.
This is why
won't
we
fuck
read.
with you if you
This
say
is why
that.
we
I think
read
these
books.
niggas'
why we
brains
read.
just not formed.
And not even read. Like, we don't, I get it. I don't like reading. JJ don't like reading. I don't know if anybody on this couch likes reading. Nigga, watch a TikTok. Like, I don't,
Before you
like,
make a
God
decision
damn.
like
We
that.
have phones that can read for you, my nigga.
Like,
Shit.
Put that bitch in Chat GPT. You
Like,
niggas will put that
shorty.
in for an essay. and
you
argue.
already
but not for the
chat
reality
GPT
in
in
which
your
you live
math
in.
homework
Either
and
that
shit.
or just go to TikTok and go to the jam, nigga.
Like,
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. I can link the sources that we used.
Please.
Unlike Benny
Take a
fucking
gander.
Johnson.
Unlike
Take a gander.
Benny Johnson.
You
Fuck
think Benny
that nigga.
Johnson has a single source for the 8 mass shootings he saw on his Ring doorbell?
No.
I like.
You saw
Alright.
someone get
Alright.
posted up on gunpoint for a $20 bill. How
I don't
the
know if
fuck
Big
did you know
Balls
it
was the
20?
19. I don't know if
You
Big
should've
Balls
helped
was the 19-year-old or if it was Benny Johnson at this fucking point. Because the nigga apparently got beat the fuck up as much as he did.
Nigga, before we have
Shit,
to
all these
give-
innocent white people in DC are all of us.
Nigga, we gotta give Big
Damn,
Balls.
last we gotta hear shit about DC.
We gotta help the white people.
Fuck, getting rough.
Help them. Stupid ass.
Nigga, we gotta give Big Balls a prayer before we end this shit.
Man, no.
White Jesus.
But
Big balls got done.
but yeah, all eyes to DC and my black people on the ground. Please stay dangerous.
Please stay dangerous.
Yeah, because we see that the shit is at our doorstep as always. That's the thing, is that there is no ifs, ands, or buts about a fascist administration. There is not brown
here.
people
It's
getting
here,
spared over here, black people getting spared over there. Even if you are a Trump supporter, nigga, that nigga who had the Trump burger place or whatever just got arrested.
Just got his dumb ass
Yeah.
and then got emoted on by the administration. They read out his entire bio. Illegal migrant arrested, and the nigga has a Trump-themed restaurant.
These niggas.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. We told
the
them
owner
before the
of
election. They don't
Trump
give a fuck.
Burger made his
on
whole
this nigga. folks.
Emoted
made
on
his
this
whole
nigga.
personality. Trump burger, Trump beef, nigga.
Trump beef.
Trump meat. Your whole personality is Trump meat.
Troy,
They
you know a
said-
lot about Trump meat.
They said
There's a lot of niggas who know a lot about
Benny
that.
know a lot about that.
Benny know a lot
Yeah.
about Trump meat, and they got that nigga still got snatched up.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't safe. None
Crazy.
of us
Y'all
are
aren't
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
Stop
Nobody's
fucking-
safe, bro.
It's everybody gonna have their time and place, even you white people. You know what I mean?
And
When I
stop
say
with
I'm
the
the
we're
real
the
shit.
same. No, we're not the same.
Yeah.
Not the
No, they gonna know. Benny gonna have his time and place too. They think they niggas. You know what's funny about
You
this
wanna know-
shit?
huh?
Niggas think they're on the team. No
Yeah,
one's on
they
the
did not
team of this
fuck with- no,
authoritarian
Benny-
government.
no.
You're not on
I
the
was
team.
gonna say,
You're on
Benny-
the team for a moment. You're a pawn.
Benny and them will find out
Yeah.
because of how much they love Israel. They're doing like the Israel strategy, where it's like, we need to make our citizens and the people who like us more unsafe by fucking with everything unnecessarily. So yeah, if you want to find out what that rocket yo head looks like, if you want to rip off the story of MLK one more time, Benny Johnson, keep fucking locking up niggas and over-policing niggas and see how many people quickly start getting hit with rocks in the head.
Nuts.
Shut
This shit is
yeah.
crazy,
Nigga, I've been
bro.
throwing rocks since 12. Nigga, bang out.
Playing baseball and shit. 95 to the face. Bow! Game over.
Cranium.
But
Love
yeah,
it.
no, shit is absolutely crazy. And it's kind of our duty to kind of stay up to on everything. So we'll keep eyes on the ground, and we still not forgetting that y'all niggas are pedophiles.
That's written.
Great.
As written.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What is you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not
need
do
to
shit? Like,
Click that I know you're not subscribed. Click it. Cool.